What is that? Is that drilling or something? Oh man. A sound booth. Did you hear me say that? I need a sound booth. Do you guys hear all that in the background? Okay, well, I hope it's not too bad for you. But anyway, hi, everybody. Yo, yo, yo to the yo, yo, yo. And for you, I made it. Welcome, welcome. If you have found the channel, thank you very much. This is BeautyBubble coming at you on this gorgeous September 14th moment in time where Bitcoin is trading to the downside for lots of different reasons. And people are trying to sort it out and trying to figure out, where does news belong? Where does FUD belong? Where do the big sticks, where do they belong in the trade? And how much power do they have over the trade? And where in the world is this money going to migrate to? So some of the things I'll be talking about today, but primarily we're doing a test on the if this, then, and that recipes that are out there. So far, none of them have been clicked in yet, so we'll be doing a little bit of study about that. And then I'm going to try and come up with these minuscule recordings, but repeated, so at any point in time you could listen to my recording during the day and get my feed or my ideas about where the health of price, where does it, what are my projections on direction. There's some concern about doing that. Apparently no one wants to listen in for the good stuff, but they just want it in bite size, right? These very simple kind of, beauty bursts where I'm just reminding. I think it's that people just need to have a reminder of what's going on with price, maybe. So I'm not really too sure how this is going to go. Like most things, I test and test again without any, like I'm not afraid to just, test the good stuff and see what happens, get some feedback. And I'm also monitoring the Bitcoin mumble right now. So if I trip over my words, pardon for that. And we're on a 3-minute right now, but quickly I'll go over and see that we're live, and we are. And the computer seems to be working okay. Let this sit for just a moment, because this allows for me to keep an eye on the channel. Well, here it goes into infinity then. Okay, so that didn't take long. So that will never work. Never, never, never. But everything seems to be stable on the YouTube side. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see, what should I do? I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of the YouTube feed. So we'll do that so we don't run into infinity. And then as far as the chat is concerned, sorry about that. If you need, everybody else knows kind of how to reach me. So I'll go ahead and X out of this, because we know things are going just fine. And we'll do a Condor's pass on the trade in just a couple of moments. Let me get my thoughts together to see. Maybe it could be at the top of the hour. I'm trying to think how this would work. Because basically all you want is just this small idea of price, right? So what we're going to do is we'll go into an hour, So BTC USD, 60-minute Coinbase. You had some opportunities to take advantage of this short. Of course, we had the cross up here. I'm not even going to read the prices if you guys don't mind. We had the break, the potential break up here. We got the break. And here we are here. There's a couple of rules that you could abide by. These are old school. Some people use a 9, some people use an 8. On my chart, it's an 8. 60-minute EMA. And so if the 8, in this particular case, is holding down the close, and you were smart enough to get in, then you would just look at the 8 holding the close, and you would be moving your levels down to maintain your profit. Once that started to eat up and the 8 was holding the close, you would go into a soft hold, be on high alert, and then as price, once again, as price, the 8 was holding the close, or you know what, you guys, I'm probably not going to do all that well today for anybody. So let's see what we can do here. You always want to look at a bigger chart. This is a 60-minute chart. Then we're going to go into a 30-minute chart. So we know now what's going on. There's a highlighted area here. This was the last time. If you were in a long, this was the last chance that you had, unless you are a counter trend trader. And there have been some decent counter trends. There's been quite a bit of volatility to give you counter trends. But as you can see, they started to wig out. Some traders would call these ledges where you can literally count them, and then of course it was obvious that we might get a waterfall effect, which happened here. So ledge 1, 2, 3, 4, there's always 5 ledges. Hold on just a moment. Hold on. I think things are just too busy today. I need a sound booth. All right. So lots of different charts that we could look at for you guys to follow these fractals that are coming down. More news comes in, or is what is called FUD, and the price is just really taking a hit. You look for a break potential off of a double bottom. We all know no. I hope that you know that either a double bottom will hold, in this case it did not, or it will break. Sometimes double bottoms, if they're big enough, this one was pretty serious in that once it broke, it was bad. And now we're looking at 32.7881 as another potential bottom. These are only potential prices that you can look for in order to either go ahead and cover your short. Lots of different things that you can do to manage this trade. So, but a lot of people are looking for where there would be a safe buy-in, and there is really no safe buy-in when the trade is completely. You're either a trader, you're either trading, or you are counter trading because the trend is short. The trend is short. I don't know what else to say. I don't know how I can interfere with people that are trying to play catfish bottoms. If you hear that there's a catfish play, for example, buy the dip, buy the dip. Buying the dip is a counter trending trade that requires your full, sober attention. Listen to me, and I don't care if I sound like Mother Goose. If you are counter trading a move like this short, with the entire eyeballs on the entire country of China, please, you know, I don't want to hear that you smoked a blunt, that you got so drunk, that you didn't know what you were doing, that you don't be in the trade then. Don't be in it. If you can't observe this and understand that it is a counter trade, I don't care who that person is that's got inside knowledge. I don't care who that person is. I really don't. When you are counter the trend, okay, you have to be sober and alert and play. If you've never done it before, play your position small. If you want to play big, you know, big cookie, I don't even know what to call it. You know, yeah, you guys are just all a bunch of big little cookies out there. Trying to trade this requires discipline, alertness. You must be sober, and do not go into these big positions. Do not do that. Okay, this trade right now, until it resolves itself. Now, wouldn't it be wonderful if it decided to resolve itself at one of Beauty's lines, right? Okay, screw my lines. Screw them. I'm told almost every single day, nobody gets it. Don't get it. You don't have to. You don't have to get anything that I bring you at all. If that cross doesn't mean anything to you, don't use it. Use your own, use what you've got. But there's no person on Wall Street or any street or Cuckoo Munga Street or Catfish Black Street or whatever that's ever going to say that this trade is long right now. The trade, look at the left side of the chart, people. Look at the left side of the chart and then look at the right side of the chart, and you tell me where you, what situation the trade is in right now. You tell me. And I bet you can see that I'm angry about this because I don't get it. Okay? This is not, you want to be troll in, troll out, go right ahead. But you know what? Leave people's emotions alone. Leave it alone. This is serious work, requires serious work. You need to do it with a clear head. You need to do it with smaller position sizes, and you need to get out of the troll boxes. Get your head out of that mindset. Because there are plenty of people like me that will come in, and once they know enough about you and how you trade, are going to take everything that they can. We have deeper pockets. We know how to trade, and we are going to just wipe you out. And I don't know why you want to do that. Why? Because crying about it makes you somehow important? It doesn't. This trade doesn't know that. But this trade is going to write you a little love note. Oh, so sorry. So sorry we messed up your day. So sorry. Okay? The trade has been short. I'll pull up the chart again. The trade has been short, and anybody that's coming into any of these rooms and calling buy the dip, okay, unless they are your financial advisor, speaking of which, I'm going to read my disclaimer in just a moment. Unless they are your paid financial planner, tell them to F off. Tell them to STFU. That's what you need to do. And when your mind becomes cluttered, and then I'm going to talk about, you know, the way that the trolls want to treat me too. Just because you didn't pay for it doesn't mean that you have any right whatsoever to shit on my work. Okay? Knock it off. Everybody just needs to knock it off. Either know what you're doing or get out. Someone was talking on Twitter that we can't wait until the ignoramuses get out of this trade. Really and truly, we can't wait. And you can tell that I'm mad. I've been mad since last night, and I should have stuck up for myself. But what I'm realizing is that it's not even worth it. What's worth it is that I've come onto YouTube, onto my own piece of the world, and I get to talk in my own way, and I'm not interrupted by the trolls, and I'm not screamed at, and I'm not banned, and I'm not blocked and ignored and all that nonsense. I get to come onto my own property and show you, you know, like, yeah, mommy is mad, okay? So go right ahead. Go right ahead. Buy the dip. Go ahead. This trade is ill. It's going to continue being ill. And if we have enough eyes on it, maybe we can pick up a fractal. Maybe. Maybe one of us will be so smart to color a candle and let you know that the trade is over, that it's exhausted, that the shorts are exhausted. But they're not exhausted. They're not. Look at the trade, please. Oof. I'll read the disclaimer in just a moment. I know. I am so like, oh, I probably do better when I'm feeling this way, but I'm just so frustrated that anyone would serve people something so wrong, just so wrong. Collecting coins as the price is going down is very, very dangerous to do. Know what you're doing. All right, let's see here. So I need to read my disclaimer, don't I? All right, so I'll go ahead and I'll put myself on that big red button, if you don't mind. Do that. I'll be on mute for just a moment. Okay, here we go. Here's for the disclaimer. First of all, thank you very much. My name is BeautyBubble, and you are listening to Cryptocurrency Action Price Headlines, Analysis, and Events. There's a couple different ways that I put the information out on YouTube, but if you would be so kind to listen up to the disclaimer, that would really help, and I encourage anyone and everyone that is in the space to have a disclaimer. But generally on my social channels, I'm just a puree of beauty technology, financial markets, fashion, and books. And you could categorize my outreach as trading will lead you to living. Trading leads you to living well if you let it happen. In this video, we will showcase price charts with a special focus on cryptocurrency charting. At times the video may be in audio only or in pause for breaks. If you want to see something that's more lively, you want to check out MxWhat. MxWhat 24/7 CrypTube corner, and we are live over there. And really, who is the purpose-filled producer of MxWhat 24/7? It's a fabulous YouTube channel that runs live, and we're in like something like the 250th continuous hour. And it's for cryptocurrency. It's continuous cryptocurrency. We have some gamers in there. A great music channel is in there too, so definitely want to check that out. The description is down below. The YouTube channel link is down below. We're talking about the content value. We're not going to go over that right now. I have no affiliation with TradingView. The charts that you'll see we showcase are from TradingView and then should be implied by reference or tone of my voice or in the editing of this video. Should there be an affiliate relationship where commissions or promotional considerations are made to myself, you will be made completely aware of it here in the description. Completely aware of it. The voiceover and other social channels is where I will send all that information out, okay? Here's my Bitcoin address. We have 1N4XYVTPR84NEGC9 RMQZJZFN 3MMZSWYCZ. And wouldn't that be fun if I could just remember that? And maybe I'll start saying it out, and then after a few times I'll remember. Here is the full disclaimer. Please be advised that all content in the charts shown are meant for entertainment and educational purposes only. Trading the stock, bond, currency, cryptocurrency, commodity, and futures markets can be rewarding, but is also risky. Be aware that you can lose money and in some ways lose more than you have. It can also be profitable, but not without significant risks. You are responsible for your own independent investment transactions. The charts shown are not to serve as an investment advisory service. I highly encourage you to seek professional advice in regard to your own financial decisions. Information you may get from any chart shown and its further discussion in chat rooms or forums where I am not present may not reflect my current opinion. The charts shown and their content is not a solicitation nor an offer for professional investment advice, nor is it an offer to buy or sell stocks, bonds, currencies, cryptocurrencies, commodities, and or futures. As I said down below, you can also visit Block Digest, where a daily Monday through Friday cryptocurrency Bitcoin news forum where we curate over at the Bitcoin Mumble. You can look up bitcoinmumble.com for instructions on how to get in and talk to us over at the Dragon's Den. And then also down below, MxWhat 24/7 and the YouTube link to that channel and outreach. Okay, so that does that. I said that I wasn't going to be coming over and looking at the chat, but so here I am talking and someone comes in, Shanuk in, dude, at 1:57. It's crazy. Goldman Sachs said it will go down till 2,200 and prices at 32.92 right now, down 14%, 14.61%. So we know that this thing is moving. Dude, who are you talking to? I get that quite a bit. Now listen, this is how this works. I do the videos because I want to. You come because you want to. You get to leave if you want to. Some of my videos are 5 minutes. Some of my videos are 5 hours. I don't know who I'm talking to. Yesterday or day before, I did a 3-hour video and 47 people have looked at it. In the comment section, I do occasionally try and do a timestamp, especially if I go silent or maybe, you know, that I finally came up with exactly the message that I wanted to try and set out. When the chart is moving, not necessarily can I be on top of my analysis right away, straight away, for the benefit of the YouTube audience. I can't always do that, but we're in the 4.3s right now, down 13.25%. So who am I talking to? Myself. Talking to myself. And there you go. Like a lot of YouTubers, when they go live, they're talking to themselves until they have an audience or a replay, and that's how that works. And from last I heard, YouTube doesn't have a problem with it. From last I heard, as long as I don't say, as long as I don't say bad words, Okay, let's get back to the charts now. Present to everyone. There we go. This is the 30-minute. Okay, 3 minutes, right? I mean, what do you want to know? What do you want to know? Try to figure this out. What do you want to know that you can't see? Let's see here. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it today. All right, so I've spent enough time on the 30-minute. We're going to go really granular here. The amount of downside is getting pretty serious, and so we may see some people coming in. It may be a fractal and then another move down, but we'll go just more interior in the chart so that you guys can see what the potential is. Also, let me do this too. Let me kind of zoom in the chart a little bit here. Actually, what I'll do is do this here. All right, so that you can kind of see my lines here. So we're at the potential interim top, which came from this price point over here. This was way back. This is August 6th, where I felt that there was an interim top. We were talking about the pullbacks and the potential pullbacks that were coming in. You can see it was pretty interesting over here. So don't take anything too much from it, except for that we also know that we had some support. So we had resistance at the potential interim top. We had support, and once that support held, we got the Ruby Cross long, and that actually held this entire long, okay? We arrived at free market from a variety of reasons. It can be a Fibonacci on the 50% level. This is very easy to do. You can look for congestion, where there's more price activity at a certain line, but this line, the 4216 line, is a line that that I've had on my chart forever. Once 4216 broke, we had known that we were getting serious breaks and congestion, but of course we had a massive Ruby Cross that just, obliterated free market. And as you can see here, all I'm trying to do is see where there might be some activities long in a recovery, but all we've seen thus far are counter trends and counter trades that are available to people that are very nimble. But potential breakout at an even number, 3,000. Does price really want to go there? We know that once that interim top fell through, that this is what's called a full retracement. So I had my breakout number. Love these longs that took us up to the top. If you've been following my trades, you'll know that there's always a way to get out up here, because once you get that cross, you don't get too greedy, and then you just don't get too greedy. And you take your profits when you should take your profits. These are all things that I've written out either on my blog or on Twitter or even in the live channel. So you would have known about the super tops. You can listen to other traders too talk about how to read a super top, but clearly this is what is called a broken. It's broken until the longs decide, guess what, I like this price point and I'm willing to put some risk on. So we do need to see that coming in. If not, then all you do is that you have counter trend traders. They're scalpers. They know how to do this kind of work, and they will literally take your head off. So be careful. Be very careful, okay? All right, we'll go back into the 30-minute. I think I'm probably always saying being careful. Go to the 15-minute. All right, so now you know. Hope you know that even though I'm very tight in on the chart, that you sort of kind of know that we have this cascading waterfall effect when you're looking at the bigger charts. Here's the Ruby Cross up here. There are other techniques that can keep you in this trade short. And then, of course, we can see that there is some activity from the potential interim top, my line. But it doesn't take nothing from it whatsoever. Put your own line in. And if the line works, the line works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But at least it gives you some levels where you would have some interest in buying. Okay? All right, we're going to get real close in now. It's a 5-minute. And we'll keep it on the 5-minute. We might even go even closer than that. There's your 5-minute, the bounce off the interim top from the left side of the chart. So once again, this is a fractal long. We'll just see. We'll see how many people they want to trap up here. If not, I don't see anything in these candles that say, that's the bottom. So we'll have to go to other charts to see whether or not that is the bottom, okay? We'll get into the 1 minute, and we'll just keep it there for a little while. I'll put myself on mute. I'll be back on mic in just a little bit, guys, okay? If you don't mind. What I'm going to try and do is see if we can time out where you can actually see me run through the charts from a larger view to a 1 minute in kind of bite size. So it's probably going to take me a while to figure out how to do that, but I think it's probably important enough that myself and other traders are able to give you these bite-sized views with the chart, okay? With the chart, with explanation, with other information that you can go to. So that's what I hope will happen. Thanks, guys. Over. Over. You know what I mean. I'll be back. Hi Bitcoiners, this is BeautyBubble following the Ruby on BTC USD Coinbase. For those of you, make sure that you have looked at your 60-minute chart, please. Your 30-minute chart, your 15-minute, and you understand that we now are looking at the granular view of Ruby on the 1 minute. You'll notice that the 3278.81, which was a potential interim top from the left side of the chart, did get a little bit of snag. and what I call snag or latch to allow the counter trend traders to come in and make a little bit of money, which is what they do. If you did not get into this short and you are just looking at it, please, 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 please be very careful about what you're doing today. This is a no joke short. This is a waterfall, seminal moment in Bitcoin, being that the trade is now, the trade is now down 13, a little off from the serious low, down 13.82%, trading at 33.2790 right now. Have some good numbers on your chart. And what I'm trying to do is do a very capsule view of where, this is really difficult because the trade has been short, and you would keep a short on provided that the 8 EMA is above the closing price. And that's what you would do. And there's a lot of assessment. You can stay long on, you can stay short on other different signals that you might have. But generally, this is just really textbook. It is a short. It's been a short. And with a few little chances where you got to just cover. However, where we are today with even more news coming out on Twitter. Yep, I guess Twitter is the new, the new Wall Street Journal. And then, of course, all the major media wants to try and get as many people, clicking onto their headlines. So don't discount the news or the sentiment personalities in this trade whatsoever. Please don't do that. Keep your minds open and educated. And how can you do that? Well, go to bitcoinmumble.com and follow the instructions to find yourself over at Bitcoin Mumble, Dragon's Den. Dragon's Den. That's the room that I am in most of the time. It's a great room of miners and traders, enthusiasts, educators, journalists, academics. It's the room is growing, and it's a very interesting vibe at the Bitcoin Mumble. But we do something really cool every day, and that's Monday through Friday. We bring you a live show. It's called Block Digest. And if you follow my Twitter at BeautyBubble over on Twitter, you'll see that we've been doing the shows. We will be we're in our pilot season right now. We're on episode 23 maybe today. So if you find yourself over at the Bitcoin Mumble and you get, download the server, you can find out all sorts of things about it. We have a news desk that you can collaborate and curate with us, and it's a really great place to locate yourself. Okay, so that was longer than 3 minutes, right? So what I have to be doing is giving you 3-minute bite-sized chunks. 3-minute bite size. And how am I going to do that? If you guys have any idea of what it is that you actually want to hear from me, as if I was an app, if it was like, Ask Beauty, or what would Ruby say, or, think of it that I was just an app and a mouthpiece for what the condition of the trade, the situation of the trade, who's buying, who's not, and the health of the price. So I don't know, just reach out to me and let me know. And if you make your way over to Mumble, definitely just, let me know that you've come in from the outside world, that you heard about it through YouTube. Make sure that you read my disclaimer and all the information down below. I do try and timestamp, which is something that we're going to be doing a little bit more of, I think, so that you can just listen to bite size as you want to. You could listen to the last bite size or the first bite size. And why do I have to bring food into this? I'm always doing that. Beauty's bite size. I don't know. Take a bite of, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I want to do it so that I can coordinate what the community's needs are with maybe what I know, and limit it bring it, really crunch it down, and we'll see if we can do that. I do have a blogger that has a legend. It's not a big, 80-page PDF about, how Ruby was built, and she's on GitHub. And if you wanted to know more information about the way that I demonstrate my chart, everyone in the business has a chart, and so seek a chart that resonates with you. And it would be great if everybody did a bite size, I suppose. I know that FT71 does a bite size. There's a couple traders on YouTube that give it a try in the legacy market, where it's like, an opening bell sort of commentary about the direction of the market. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Okay, on 3, 2, 1, welcome to BeautyBubble's Bite Size for Bitcoin, the BTC USD Coinbase pair. You're looking at a 1-minute chart if you are looking at the YouTube. We're priced at 33.5503, down 12.98%. I know that I'm just kind of reading it, but basically we've been in a waterfall effect. We are looking for any kind of sign that we have rested on a bottom. However, when the 8, and if you want to study this over at the Forex market, for me, it's the 8 EMA on the 16-minute holding the close remains a short. Yes, there are plenty of ledge trades that are in here, fine enough, but these are very dangerous trades to be in when price is down so far. People are trying to figure out what in the hell they should do. Should they come in with some bigger money to go long at these trades? A lot of people, what they'll do is that maybe if we hit the 15% mark, then they'll start realizing, wait a minute, it's too good of a deal. But there is news out there, very serious, horrible news out there that could bring this trade down and down and down. So have a great chart in front of you. Please be, as they would say, please, I don't want to say please be safe out there. That'd be crazy for me to say anything like that. Listen, be of good cheer. Be of good cheer. Be sober. Stop eating out of cardboard. All of this cool stuff that I've been talking about for so many years. If you want to reach out to me, definitely download the Mumble and find the Bitcoin Mumble, or visit bitcoinmumble.com for all instructions on how to find me over at the Dragon's Den in the Bitcoin Mumble. If you want to see some of our work, then you'll go to Block Digest on YouTube. It's a daily, Monday through Friday, news journalism program that we do daily. It's really cool too, because it's not just one person. We all help build out the programming. There may be a chance one day, if I can find another trader that wants to do analysis, one-on-one, counterpoint analysis, then, maybe there'll be some of that going over there. But in the meantime, I'm just going to be trying to do these beauty bites, and I'll come up with a really clever name for what they're called, and then we'll isolate them in the timeline, so that all you have to do is go to the timeline on the live and you can revisit. Now, I have opened it up so that you can go back 4 hours in the content. 4 hours in the content. So once I can, if I can timestamp in my, what I could do is timestamp my chat, and then you could pick up the bite size that way. So I'm just kind of thinking aloud as to how this could actually happen, because we will find the bottom, and Bitcoin will live on another day. Don't fear about that. Just be very cautious with yourself. This is a serious short. There's a lot of heaviness up above. All the EMAs are just crashing down on price right now. So the shorts are taking advantage of it. There's a lot of selling, but they have to end up going somewhere. And when things settle out, of course, you're looking at the BTC USD Coinbase pair, then Bitcoin will have its day again, okay? All right, so I'll talk to you in a little bit, and we'll just get better at these bite size, okay? Okay. Hi, everybody. So I'll be back on mic in just a couple of minutes, and we'll talk about what this trade is all about and what's happening. And people are going a little bit crazy trying to determine whether or not we have put the bottom in. Is the bottom in? I still have break potential. You'll notice that the BTC USD Coinbase pair is snagged at the 34.25 line, and I'm looking for any kind of a break. You'll also notice how the EMAs get a little bit crazy. That's because there's a lot of volatility. It's a lot of volatility right there. So I'll be on mute again. Hold on. Okay, here I am back. We don't really know what we'll call these, but for right now, just like bite-sized views of the market. Make sure that you always start with the biggest candle that you possibly can get. But we are looking at the 1 minute very granular view. One of the benefits of the way that Ruby is built is that you're actually looking at 60-minute EMAs. The structure is built on 60-minute, but we have a granular view so that we can see sort of what's happening inside an interior view of price action. So we do have a little fall off from the break potential. We always know that the 8 is holding the close. We did not get over the 8. That's that railroad line that you see there. So the trade is still very short, and what we're seeing is that people are taking advantage of these very quick scalps and a counter trading the trend. The trend is short, people. The trend is short. Be careful out there, and I will talk to you in just a little while. All right, let's do a little follow-up here. This is BeautyBubble coming to you. BTC USD Coinbase pair, we are focused in on the 5 minute, and what I had found out a little earlier was that we did have a little bit of a doji coming in, which would kind of pin or pivot for the shorts to follow through. There seems to be a lot of nervousness around positioning longs down here. You can see that they're taking a little bit of a haircut from taking those longs off of the bottom there. So that's why I'm fibbing this area. We really need for price to stay inside of that little magenta line right there for there to be any health so that the longs can actually become a little bit more stable, and then we'll see the power through. That's sort of what the expectation was from the low there, but you know that I think it was the 30-minute bar that gave us a little checkup. So be careful out there. Okay, everybody, thank you very much for stopping by. By the way, if you hear ambient, I'm so sorry, but what you want to do is, because we are live soon, okay, you can go over to the green room and chat with me and lots of others over in our chat. And so you want to look up BTCC or BD number 23. BD number 23 would be the link over at YouTube. It's always been a delight, and I will keep doing these as often as I can to figure out how we can bring you, Beauty Bubbles Bullet, or I don't, I don't know what it's going to be called exactly, but be of good cheer out there, and I'll see you real soon, okay? Bye-bye now.